Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's StepsBasic and welcome back to my community show.
I don't know why I'm doing that. It's just Spooktober. It's supposed to be scary. I forgot.
I'm Scary's community show. Anyway,
That's not important. We're at the last episode of the community show for Spooktober, and I got a cat on me, so you know. Before we get into it, a few quick announcements. Like I said, this is the last episode of the Spooktober community show. Yes, that's right. The Halloween season is coming to an end. I've only got 3 more days to wrap up my series. Stay tuned for Wednesday, which will be Halloween. I have 2 videos, hopefully, that are going to be good. They're kind of scripted and kind of supposed to be the spooky, events and whatnot. You've seen the trailer for one of them. The other one's kind of a secret that I've been working on. Sort of a secret. I've mentioned here and there what I've been working on, but neither here nor there. Next month marks the 2-year anniversary of my channel. This channel, not my original channel. And I'm hoping to do something special for the event regarding Warframe. I know, those of you who don't care about Warframe, I'm sorry. I want to do a sort of live stream event where we go after Eidolons. So I'll announce that when that's coming up, and hopefully we can get people together for that. That'll be great. That'll be awesome. Apart from that, we're going to be wrapping up Amnesia: The Dark Descent next week, starting Monday, all the way, well, Monday and Tuesday, because those are the only 2 days I have. So hopefully we'll be able to wrap it up, and we'll try to live stream it. And if not, that'll be the first week in November when we wrap up our horror games. But anyway, today we're talking about The Last Fear. Now, I've addressed fear in this series before. In fact, that was my first episode of the season, was fear. And to me, the greatest fear of humanity, the last fear, the ultimate fear, is not death, so to speak. There's plenty of us, myself included, who are not really afraid of death. But what comes before death, that's the fear. Do we have enough time? To me, the greatest fear in humanity that humanity faces is the lack of time. Now, we have relatively long lifespans compared to other creatures on our planet, but of course, we also have relatively short lifespans to other creatures. And in our eyes, especially those of parents, our lives go by so fast. Myself, I remember when I was a kid. I remember when video games were little more than just tiny little pixels. You have 2 paddles controlling and knocking a ball back and forth. I remember watching it as it grew, watching video games grow. And I always thought to myself, I want to have a career in video games. I want to be that guy. I want to be a game tester. I want to be a game programmer and whatnot. But of course, my ultimate dream, my biggest passion has always been writing. But do I have enough time? I mean, I'm getting older, and I will continue to get older. Now, of course, I always say, it's never too late. I could publish a book on my deathbed and I'll be happy. Because for me, writing isn't to make money. To me, writing is, I just want, first and foremost, entertain. And second of all, I want the pride of knowing I created a book that is going to last beyond me. But do I have enough time? I'm rushing through my life and things are just going so quickly, and I'm always feeling like I haven't got the time, like I need to stop, I need to slow down, I'm rushing, I keep moving, and I lose track of things, I forget things, and all of a sudden I'm not doing what I need to be doing, and then all of a sudden I don't have enough time, and then I fail. The anxiety of watching that time slip through your fingers, the fear of failing, the fear of falling, all of it ties into the fear of not being able to have enough time in your life. I talk often about how things used to be. And to me, it seems a lot more like this has been the one thing that has always stayed constant. Now, true, people will react differently. People will do things differently throughout the years. Hi, Kitty. Kitty wants to be a parrot. And people will react differently throughout the years, and they will do things differently. They will manage their time differently, and in the end, it all boils down to, did they ever accomplish what they wanted to do? I did a paper recently. I did a paper on my favorite author, who's forever and always been my favorite author. His name's Terry Pratchett. He passed away some time ago, and it was a very sad event in my life because I knew I would never get another new story from him. Now, if you haven't read Terry Pratchett, I recommend it. Very shorter books, very good books, though. Interesting reads. He published his first book when he was either 13 or 15, I forget which one, but very young. I've been writing since I was younger than that, but I never got anything published other than article and a poem, and nothing serious though, because I've always wanted that book. But Terry Pratchett, while he was more known for his writing, he pursued a few other things, few other interests. One of them in particular was his Right to Death campaign. And this one that I've supported, although I've talked about it on my channel about how I was a bit of a hypocrite when it came to that. But essentially it boils down to the right to choose how you go. When you go. When you die. And one of the questions in that paper that I had to answer was, do you think he has any regrets? Do you think this author, this person that you idolize, had any regrets? And to be honest, depending on where you look at in his life, I feel like he didn't. I feel like he accomplished everything he wanted to in the short life that he had. Short life. He died a pretty old man. It was good. He had a full life. And to be honest, that's how I want to go. I don't care if I become a world-renowned author. I don't care if, like, say, my channel grows to 10 billion subscribers. Exaggeration there. You know. I don't even care if I hit 1 million. What I care about is if I achieve my goals. And my goals are not to be some big, giant, well-known person. My goal is to entertain, much like my cat. My goal is to entertain. My goal is to know that for one moment in somebody else's life, nothing else mattered because they were entertained. Now, yeah, there's a lot that goes into that, and it ties back to me a lot, and that goes into a bit more personal stuff, but essentially, you know, I feel like I'm working towards that, but I also feel like I don't have enough time to fully achieve it. And the sad part is I'm not an old man. I talk about being old all the time, but I'm not old. I'm only 33 next month. My birthday. But at the same time, it's like, how old am I going to live to be? Most of my family lives till they're 70, so I'm about midlife right now. And that essentially gives us, you know, the panic, the fear, the anxiety of where we're going to go. What do we have? Do we have enough time to make it there? And more often than not, we fear that we don't. And that is why I feel that the greatest fear that mankind has ever faced is the fear of their own making. The fear of time. But anyway, hopefully you found this video to be entertaining. I kind of winged it. I didn't really have any idea of what I wanted to do for this. And then I decided, you know what? Let's stick with the theme. We'll go with fears. And yeah, hopefully you found it entertaining. It's a bit depressing more than it is scary, which is kind of funny. But yeah. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and poke that like button for me. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe. And of course, if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to leave comments down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, when I can, if I can, you know, all that jazz. And tune in next month, as we continue into November, the 2nd year anniversary for my YouTube channel. And until then, good night.